Over the past couple years, Raft has become a notoriously chill game for us to sit down and play. It's not your typical get so addicted we play until 4 a.m. kind of game, but more like getting your feet wet for an hour or two before falling asleep to the soundtrack instead. My first impression was Raft is like if Rust and Sea Thieves had an offline baby. It's all the fun of scrap hunting and scuba diving, but taking place entirely on the open ocean. All in all, Raft date night is a good time. Just try not to get lost at sea. I know I just said Raft is a relaxing game, but the first time we played together, we set the difficulty to hard because we decided we weren't babies anymore. As it turns out, it took us almost an hour to find our first island, and our hunger and thirst went down annoyingly fast. We came out of that experience deciding we wanted to remain babies for as long as possible.
I am a huge baby.
Raft is mostly cooperative. The thing is, we still haven't even mastered sharing a bedroom with each other, and now we have to learn how to share a 2x2 square of floating plastic. It's no wonder we both love to dive down for goodies every time we come across an island. It's the only time we get a break from bumping elbows with each other. Although we've got a pretty bad habit of losing our raft in the process.
I thought you were making an anchor.
I thought you were making an anchor.
I really enjoy Raft because the two of us are on much more equal footing. Somehow this is the first game where I completely school my boyfriend in combat. My boyfriend always wants to kill the shark, but he's really bad at it. No sooner will I've lowered the anger before I find him floating face down in the water. That means the rescue operation is all on my shoulders. He's put me in this position enough times that I've gotten pretty good at it. I'll dive in and 1v1 the shark with nothing but a spear. Then I gotta drag his soggy ass back on board.
Come here.
I softened him up for you.
Shut up.
There's always a little competition on date night, and Raft is no exception. Gathering supplies is meant to be a cooperative task, and you think we get a lot more done by splitting up the work. But of course, we can't bear to let a minute go by without poking each other with a stick.
Hey!
My barrel.
When we get to an island, it's no surprise it's a race to see who can get in the water first, shark infested or not. After 60 some hours of gameplay, I'm confident my boyfriend still hasn't ever crafted his own shark bait.
Shark bait! Ooh-ha-ha.
And who am I kidding? It's a little optimistic to think he's fished any of his own fish either. When it comes to food and water, I've got my share of gripes. In most games, I'm the one making sure we don't starve together. I mean, my boyfriend can barely remember to feed himself in real life. On top of that, there's a food and water meter. So your girl's working around the clock to keep these bellies full. And it is not helping that someone keeps forgetting to refill the water purifier.
Did you refill the water?
No.
On that note, it took me an embarrassing amount of time to register that I could upgrade my sippy cup into a much bigger plastic bottle. It's a shame my boyfriend didn't mention that that was a thing I could do, but then again, I've proven that maybe I can't be trusted with that much clean water anyways.
God damn it.
What happened?
I just dumped my water.
When I first sat down to play Raft, I didn't realize there was a goal or destination we were meant to be working towards. I could easily sit on this thing in the middle of a storm and collect trash all night. Obviously, that wasn't gonna work for my boyfriend. So he builds the antennas and the radar, and then next thing you know, holy shit, there's bears. The building is a lot of fun, and you can do some pretty wacky stuff with it. If anything, it's a good justification for all the stacks of trash I like to farm. My boyfriend will get these big ideas for a new kitchen or animal pen, which is great and all, but then we completely run out of wood. Has anyone else noticed how many things require wood in this game? I swear, if I catch him snooping around my wood chest one more time, I'm taking the cat and leaving.
She wrapped up her damn cat.
The biggest thrill ride for me in all of Raft is painting. Once again, a game has a system that my boyfriend casually tosses to the side, but ends up being my favorite part of the game. Apparently he and his friends never even used to pick the flower petals, but that all changed when I hopped aboard.
Permission to come aboard, Captain!
Farming is a mechanic I usually enjoy in games, but in Raft has been kind of a miss. I do grow all the different flower seeds so we can taste the rainbow, but the goddamn sea pigeons keep attacking my crops. Scarecrows just never seem to do the trick, and I feel like we're always too busy with something else to notice them getting harassed. At least I can have a petting zoo instead.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, I just gotta be honest, I don't know what the big deal is.
Get out.
At some point in time, the game becomes all about making things as cozy as possible, so we'll trick out our raft with hammocks and sofas, maybe a shark head mounted on the wall for good measure. We'll log back into a world every now and again to appreciate what we made, but there's something really satisfying about going back to the beginning and starting it all over from scratch. Or, you know, don't, and fuck up whatever you're working on last time. That's fun too.